say you can refer to me as refrigerator and I'll still answer to you. Yeah.
And you said where you're from?
Yes.
And what made you say, I want to come down to DragCon, travel from Canada, and come to Los Angeles?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a great gathering of, diverse people, and I want to see not only the art of drag on full display, but everyone who loves it. And I wanted to show up in drag and be like, hey, we're in this together.
Yeah, and being a year into being a drag queen, I figured it was a great opportunity to actually see what the world has to offer. Because being just outside of Toronto, there isn't as much drag as what we want there to be. So to see it all displayed in one area at once is actually really cool to see.
If you don't mind me asking, what got you to say that you wanted to pursue drag performing and get into it?
I actually sing live when I do any of my performances. I don't lip sync at all. So I wanted a way to be able to perform singing live. And one of my drag mother actually, she was the one who talked me into doing my first open stage. And I got hooked on it, and I've been doing drag ever since.
Oh, that's amazing. Have you all been able to meet even fans of your own just who follow you online or seen your performances?
I mean, I have a following of 300 people, so if any single one of them are here in LA, I mean, hey, I would love to meet them, but they're mostly back home. Yeah.
Thank you both so much. I appreciate it. Oh, and then, sorry, can I just get you to spell your names first?
Absolutely. MILLIGAN.
LE_MONAIDE.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let me have you say your name and then your pronouns and where you're from.
I am T, so fine, and I'm she, her, and we're from Indiana.
Jessica Savage, she, her, they, from Indiana.
Okay. And what made you say, I want to go travel from Indiana to Los Angeles and be here for DragCon?
Well, frankly, this is my first time. I'm a newborn at all of this, and I've just had the most fantastic time since yesterday, the start of it, and I just frankly wanted to be glamorous for a weekend, so here I am.
Yeah, we're very, very good friends too, and we frequently watch Drag Race and we talk about it when we're together and stuff. And so we decided, hey, let's just take this trip, let's do it, go have fun, and see what kind of trouble we can get into in LA. So for a first time experience, I think we're having a really great time.
I love that.
And so far we haven't been caught, so we're good.
Yes.
Just on a rampage through Los Angeles. And you should. And that's the perfect way to do vacation here.
That's right.
And what was it about the show that just led you to say, I love this, I want to be a part of this, and watch it continue?
For myself, being somebody who has been a performer for 22 years, I've always looked to people such as RuPaul for idolization, if you will, or mentoring. And so just watching Ru over the years, and back when she was on MTV even, and I was a little kid, just the inspiration that came from that. And then as Drag Race began, obviously I got sucked into it, and being a performer myself, it gave me an opportunity to learn from other performers and just kind of see different behind the scenes versus what we deal with in reality from show to show and venue to venue. Every person you work with is very different, but it is, in the end, to me, I feel like it's still about sisterhood and what we stand for and all the different rights, and just being able to be us and be individuals and show off our own art form, if you will. So that's kind of what keeps me driven and keeps me focused on wanting to keep learning and educating myself in the drag industry.
I love that. What a perfect place to do that, right? There's so many booths, so
I'm
many
just here for the art form and to support my queens that I love, I just love the art form, the different types of styles, and I'm just having a blast seeing all these lovely gowns and all that. It's just been a wonderful time. Yeah. Thanks, Ru.
It feels like the LA version of the Met Gala, honestly, with all these amazing looks. And I've always seen drag kind of as in the same vein as people seeing joy as a form of resistance, like very anti the negative things that are going on in the world right now. Can you kind of talk about what drag means to you in that context?
I think that being someone who is a parent with 2 children specifically, it is its own art form, just like, you know, my children are into sports and things like that. So this is my sport, and I feel like not only is it a way to showcase art, but it's also a way to express who you feel like you are, not just on the inside, but as well as on the outside, and be able to create whatever persona it is that you feel you're gravitating towards for that day or that moment or that event or whatever it is that you're running into in life. I think that art is so much across the board, but so is drag. And I don't think that drag is specifically stapled as just an art form. It's so much more than that.
I think it's freedom of expression.
It
is
is
what I like about it too.
It is. And you know, every time you sit down and do your makeup, it's a blank canvas to create whatever you want. And so I get it is a lot of freedom in itself. It is.
Thank you both so much for your time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
My
So
bonding experience. Is it your first year here?
Yes. It's our first time. Yes. First time at DragCon.
Let me have you introduce yourself, first and last name, your pronouns, and where you're from.
Adrian Martinez, he, him, and I'm from LA.
I'm Lily Martinez, she, her, from LA.
And Lily, what made you say it's going to be the perfect, moment to bond with my son and bring him here?
Say that again, I didn't hear you.
No, it's okay. It's so loud in here. What made you want to come to DragCon specifically with your son and have this bonding experience?
Well, for me as a mom, I know my son watches. We both watch the show. We love RuPaul. I'm a big RuPaul fan. RuPaul has inspired me since my college years. I went to FIDO for design, and he actually was a huge inspiration throughout my career. Then I became a designer for Mattel for Barbie, and then later became creative director for Barbie. And RuPaul and just drag has always been a big influence in my design and toy design. And then I saw Betsy Johnson here. She's been a huge influence. So it's just been amazing to share this. He knows a lot of the drag queens. So he's telling me all about them. And so it's so much fun to just have this moment with my son.
And what do you love about this show? What made you excited to
I personally like all the fashion. That's what I look forward to most is the runways. I love seeing all their beautiful gowns and their makeup. It's just it's a cohesive art piece that drag is, and I like seeing that on the show.
I like that, a cohesive art piece. And you said you're the creative director of Mattel?
Former. I left Mattel about almost 10 years now, but it's interesting because drag is also currently a big influence since I dress up as a Catrina for Dia de los Muertos. I'm Lily La Catrina. I just had a Catrina costume exhibit last year at Olvera Street. So I came here for inspiration. I love the community. It's so loving, and it's just amazing to be here with my son.
There's been a lot of conversation around drag bans throughout the United States. Do you have any opinion on necessarily what the everyday person can kind of do to help combat those things?
We have heard about it in the news. Personally, my views is we respect everybody's lifestyle and how they live, and if somebody feels empowered by that, that's amazing. I think if
for 10 years. Yeah, 10 years. And so I've been around since a little bit before DragCon started, and I've been a fan for forever. And this was the first year I was able to come with my drag sister, and I'm so happy and excited to see everyone.
And you've been doing drag for 10 years?
Yes.
What got you to begin and get involved with it?
Drag Race put the bug in my head that it was something I could do. But what really got me was seeing local entertainers and being like, I want to do that. And I went to school for theater, and so it was one of those things of like local theater community might be a little cliquish, and I wanted to create my own characters and do what I wanted.
Given just everything in terms of what's been going on in the news in Texas, does that kind of make it difficult to perform?
It is terrifying, but I will say, and it's a major shout out to 360 Clean Entertainment, who was part of the lawsuit that sued the state of Texas and won. I think our biggest issue now that is the scariest part is these companies in these small towns that are trying to do drag shows, the people that are against them, are actively trying to make it seem like the legislation is still in effect and passed. And so it is so important to let everybody know that no, the law was shot down. A judge in Houston found it unconstitutional on the grounds of going against small businesses because they had just started a small business doing drag shows, booking the Drag Race girls, and then they were making a law against it, and that was the main part of their argument, to be a business side, because it was a Republican judge that deemed it unconstitutional. So it was wild. So it has been terrifying. It's a little bit better now, but the fight has to continue. So everybody out there, do your due diligence. Make sure you are registered to vote. You only have to do it once. Go online, find your closest polling place. It is so important to use your voice because you cannot complain about an election if you do not do your due diligence and make your voice heard.
Hearing that, and you spoke earlier about drag and just the freedom that it brings. Can we talk about the freedom that it brings to you as well?
I like that today I can be dressed as a burlesque Poison Ivy, and tomorrow my outfit is a little 60s clown look. So I get to be, it's the fun that I get to do things. I can dress up like Scarlet Witch and be anything. I can do Miss Frizzle, or I can do the thigh-high leotard and go dance. And it's fun to get to do that. We can exist as multitudes, that we don't have to just be one thing. And I think that's what a lot of people don't realize about drag is that just because somebody can do something non-family friendly, that automatically means, oh, well, we can't have them around kids at all. Whereas, like, I always use Johnny Depp as the example. He plays a pirate for a family-friendly movie, but then he also was Sweeney Todd, a murderer. But it's weird because if it's an actor, it's fine. But if we're a person in real life that you have access to, it's not okay. And I never understood that.
It's really an art form, but for some reason a lot of people don't know how to separate that.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Again, I love
Thank you so much, I made it.
One of my favorites.
I'm going to speak loudly because it's hard to hear with the music. Introduce myself.
Your pronouns and where you're from.
Okay.
And also,
When you're ready.
Go ahead.
My name is Sister Unity. I'm one of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. My pronouns are, well, I use all of them, and I prefer people rotate them. It's part of what I learned when I was a young drag artist in using absurdity to break people's thinking free of stigmatic dogma. I'm from Los Angeles, from the Los Angeles House of Sisters, and we are a charity group. We raise funds for LGBT charities and for LGBT rights activists. We're here today giving out glitter blessings and doing our postcards of love. Glitter blessings are where we take a little bit of something sticky and put it on your forehead, and then you have your choice of pink, gold, or turquoise glitter, and we give you 3 blessings. So if I were doing one for you, I would say, may you never be hit in the head with a rabbit iguana. May your undergarments always be appropriate for the right occasion. And may the love that you give to others be returned to you 1,000 times over. So that's a typical blessing. Our purpose in life is to be activists and make room for people to be who they are, as they are, free from guilt or shame, with love and joy for their own life. And our chief strategy for this is to use humor and silliness. Because if you laugh, you kind of come down off of the harshness of life or the hardness of your strong dogmatic thinking, and you can talk more openly with people. So we use laughter to create openness.
I love all of that. That's so beautiful. And you recently also made a headline.
Yes.
What is the aftermath kind of been like?
So after the big controversy last year when the Dodgers gave us the Community Hero Award. We went back to doing our normal work. You know, we work in the streets, in the bars, at the festivals with regular people. But there are things that are different. Our profile was raised. The controversy gave us about, I'd estimate about $3 million of free publicity. So now we're working with groups like the ACLU. I was asked to come and speak at one of their annual dinners. I met Senator Cory Booker. I met Martin Sheen. So I've actually met a senator and a president. So that raised our profile in terms of our ability to contribute to the dialogue, both in the LGBT community and in the broader American community. And for me, that was a real revolution, a small one, but a change in the culture for people who are considered weirdos or artsy are allowed into the conversation right up at the front. We were used to, for all of our 29 years, of being sort of relegated to the back of the crowd and not having much of a voice. This was the first time that we find that continuing forward, people actually take us as credible. Sorry, I can't hear you. For me, the art of drag lets me put into my life in a very visceral, physical, behavioral, and artistic way the same feelings I had when I was 5 years old, 8 years old, and I read fairy tales. And in my fairy tale book, there was a picture of a fairy godmother that had this beautiful Renaissance gown, the kind that goes down to a point at the waist, and these big fairy wings. And she looked elegant and artistic and glamorous and larger than life. And it was so thrilling. The stories are so thrilling. So when I had the chance to embody my imagination of my ideal, imaginary, fantastical self, this is what it became. You'll notice I don't do like the supermodel beauty makeup. I do more sort of fantastical abstract because that's the way my imagination works. I want to look fantastical. I'd love to have a day job as a fairy godmother. So for me, drag is the chance to be that. Thank you. Sure. The lashes are natural. I just put a little plant food in my eye drops. And I flew a bonsai specialist over from Kyoto, and they trained them with little wires. About 6 months. Yeah. My name is spelled Sister, S-I-S-T-E-R, Unity, U-N-I-T-Y. You're very welcome. You are so cute. It's not just your look, your personality is so adorable. You have such a happy energy. Would you like a glitter blessing in pink, gold, or chocolate?
My name is Pia Cooper, P-I-A-C-O-O-P-E-R, and I'm from England, Ohio. And then what are your pronouns? She, her. My name is Evie Cooper as well, E-V-I-E, and my pronouns are also she, her, and I'm from England, Ohio.
Amazing. And what made you say I want to travel from Ohio to LA and be a part of Drag Con?
We came last year, and we're twins, and we watched Drag Race together, and just seeing the artistry in person
No, we flew here from Nashville.
Yeah. And what has it been like just practicing drag, specifically in Nashville, given, you know, everything that's happening politically?
It's awful. It's hard, but we just do drag just to make people happy, so we don't really care what happens with it legally. If we can make someone smile, that's all that matters. So.
What is it that, you said it a little bit right now, but what is it that you love about drag?
Honestly, like, just knowing that, like, I can throw a wig and some heels on and do what I love, which is dancing and performing, and just making people leave with a smile on their face. Forgetting the outside, like, drama that's happening in the world, the Nazis walking around Broadway, like, if I can, like, have people forget that for at least an hour of their life and bring joy to them, that's fine.
How about for yourself? What do you love just about the art form?
I think the first time I ever went to a drag show, I suddenly was like, I could see, like, my idea of, like, performance up on the stage, you know, of just, like, kind of just free expression of whatever you want. And this one put me in drag once, and that was one of the most freeing moments of my life, just being up there and just, like, performing and dancing and almost being able to be somebody else for a moment.
That's been a consistent theme through talking to people, and I felt that sense of freedom when I was seeing cosplay on stage and stuff. How about yourself?
No, kind of. I like to piggyback on his. Like, it's just a freeing experience. Just being able to express yourself and just be your true authentic self. And like you said, there's literally, I mean, at least in Nashville right now, and I experienced it when I was in Orlando. But there's like people that are like dressing up as Nazis and walking around with swastikas, and then they're trying to ban drag, but like that's just a freedom of expression, just trying to like include everyone. And another group that doesn't get talked about that is able to do whatever they do in Nashville without any issues, when that's a group of hatred trying to like silence the people with free expression. So it just seems backwards, and it's 2024, so it just doesn't make any sense.
Didn't know about that.
Yeah.
How about yourself?
Yeah, just like the sense of community. I mean, like drag brings us all together. Like, you know, we all became friends, go to drag shows together. It's like a bonding experience.
Yeah.
It's a fun thing.
Thank you all for sharing. Can I just have you all introduce yourselves, spell your first and last name, and then your pronouns, and that's it.
So my name is Jacob Clayton, JACOB CLAYTON, and he.
My name's Ryan McGee, RYAN MCGAGE, and I'm Ian.
I'm Disastrous, DEEZASTRIS. If you get it, it's all over my outfit.
The pronoun.
Oh, it's she, her. Period. I forgot about the pronoun part.
No, I'm Kevin Shea, KEVINSHEA. He, him.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.